Before we move forward, let us see some important details. On SQL Server 2014 Express Edition, there are some limitations. The maximum computing capacity used by a single instance. SQL Server Database Engine. Limited to 1 socket or 4 cores. Maximum computing capacity used by single instance. Analytic service, reporting services. Limited to lesser of 1 socket or 4 cores. Maximum memory utilization per instance of SQL Server Database Engine 1 GB. This means no matter how much RAM your system is having, the SQL Server 2014 Express Edition can only utilize 1 GB of RAM. Maximum relational database size 10 GB. This means the size of the database cannot grow more than 10 GBs. Open the Internet Explorer. On the browser, let us open Google search engine. On the search box, let us type MS SQL Server 2014 Express. Here you can see the second link. Download Microsoft SQL Server 2014 Express. Let's click on it. OK. This is the actual link of the web page from where I am downloading the SQL Server 2014 Express Edition. You can also find this link at the description tab of this video. Here it says Microsoft SQL Server 2014 Express is a powerful and reliable free database management system that delivers rich and reliable data stored for lightweight websites and desktop applications. Now if you see here in a details drop-down section, there are multiple files are available for download. For our tutorial, we need 2 files to be downloaded. The SQL Server Database Engine. Here it says Express 64-bit. As my operating system is 64-bit, I am going to download this file, which is 196.7 MB, and the second file which we are going to download is Management Studio 64-bit, which is 683.9 MB. Now let us click on download. OK. Here we are going to choose the file which we are going to download. OK, so the first one is Express 64-bit, and the second file we are going to download is over here, that is Management Studio 64-bit. Let us select the checkbox. Now click next. This will start the downloading process. OK, let me click on allow once. The browser will take few seconds to process the download. OK, just hold on for a second. As you can see over here, first it is downloading SQL Server Management Studio. Let us click on save, and now it is downloading SQL Express, that is a database engine. Let us click on save once again. Let us click on view downloads. As you can see here, the downloading is in process. This will take some time, so I am going to pause the video and resume it once it is downloaded. After the download completed. OK, so right now I am in a download folder where both of the files are downloaded. So first we are going to install the database engine, which is this file. We use database engine to create relational databases for online transaction processing or online analytical processing data. This includes creating tables for storing data and database objects such as indexes, views, and stores procedures for viewing, managing, and securing data. OK, now I have double clicked on the database engine. Here it is showing the path where it is going to extract database engine file for installation. Let us click on OK. It will take few seconds to extract the file, so just hold on. It is still extracting. Once the file is extracted, you do not have to do anything. The SQL Server Installation Center will open automatically. If the wizard doesn't start automatically, open the extracted folder and double click on the setup. Now we are on the SQL Server Installation Center. Let us click on the first option, New SQL Server Standalone Installation. This will open up the SQL Server Installation Wizard. This brings up the first window, License Terms. Here it is showing the license terms and conditions for using Microsoft SQL Server 2014 Express. Let us click on I accept the license terms. OK. The second checkbox is optional. By selecting this checkbox, you can turn on Customer Experience Improvement Program and Error Reporting to help improve the quality, reliability and performance of the Microsoft SQL Server 2014. Now let us click on Next. This takes us to Microsoft Update. Microsoft Updates offers security and other important updates for the Windows and other Microsoft softwares including SQL Server 2014. So we have clicked on the checkbox. Now let us click Next. This takes us to Install Setup Files. This is an automated process. Once it is completed, it will automatically move to the next section. Okay, so now we are on Feature Selection. In Express Edition version which we are using, by default all of the features are selected. The main feature is Database Engine Service. The Database Engine is a core service for storing, processing and securing data. The next checkbox is SQL Server Replication. As we are using SQL Server 2014 Express Edition, we can only use this as a subscriber. The next is Shared Features. In Shared Features, we are having SQL Client Connectivity SDK, and the next is Redistributable Features. Now, over here if you see, it is showing the disk space required for the installation of the SQL Server. From here you can change the path of the folder, Instance Root Directory, Shared Features Directory and Shared Feature Directory x86. Now let us click on Next. Okay, this brings us to Instance Configuration section. Named Instance. By default, the name of the instance is SQL Express. You can change this name if you want. We are going to go with the default name, which is SQL Express. Instance ID. By default, instance ID is same as instance name. As you can see, it says SQL Express. Here it is showing the full path of the SQL Server directory with the instance name. Next you will see Installed Instance. If you have previously installed SQL Server Database Engine on the system, those instances will be shown over here. This also means that you can install multiple instances of SQL Server Database Engine on the same system. Now let us click Next. This takes us to Server Configuration section. Specify the service account and collision configuration. Let us see the service account first. The first is SQL Server Database Engine. It is already having a default account. If you want to change the default account to something else, click on the drop down and then click on Browse. Then click on Advanced, Find Now, and from here you can select different service account. But for our tutorial we are going to go with the default option, so let us click on Cancel. Once again let us click on Cancel. From the drop down select the default service account. The second one is SQL Server Browser. By default this service is disabled. SQL Server Browser listens for an incoming request for Microsoft SQL Server resources and provides information about SQL Server instance installed on the computer. Now let us click on Collation. Collation refers to a set of rules that determine how the data is sorted and compared. Character data is sorted using that rule that defines the correct character sequence, with options for specifying case sensitivity, accent mark, Kiana character types and character width. We do not require to change anything over here. So let us go with the default option and now let us click on Next. Okay. Now we are on Database Engine Configuration. Specify the Database Engine Authentication and Security Mode, Administrator and Data Directories. Specify the authentication mode and the administrators for Database Engine. Authentication mode. By default, Windows Authentication mode is selected. We are going to change this into Mixed Mode Authentication by clicking on the second radio button. By selecting Mixed Mode Authentication, we will able to log in into SQL Server using both methods, SQL Server Authentication and Windows Authentication. Here it says specify the password for the SQL Server System Administrator in bracket SA account. SA is the name of the user for SQL Authentication, which I will show you at the end of this tutorial. Now let us enter the password for the SQL Server Administrator. The password which you enter must be a complex password. Okay, so let me type it down, my very secret password. Now over here if you see, it says specify the SQL Server administrators. The current user is already added. Now let us click Next. It might take few seconds to go to the next window. Here it is showing the installation in progress. The installation process can take few minutes depending on your server configuration. To save the time, I am going to pause the video and resume it in between so that you can see the progress of the installation. The installation is going to be finished any moment now. The installation can take more than 5 to 10 minutes depending on your server configuration. Okay, so the installation of SQL Server 2014 Express Edition database engine has been completed. As you can see over here, it says your SQL Server 2014 installation completed successfully with product updates. Here it is showing the information about the setup operation or the possible next step. Now click on close. Now we have installed the SQL Server database engine successfully. You can verify the SQL Server installed instance by going on the Start menu, SQL Server 2014 Configuration Manager, which will be over here. Okay. On the SQL Server Configuration Manager, select the SQL Server Services. Here it is showing the database engine instance which we have installed just now. Let us close the SQL Server Configuration Manager. Now we are going to install the SQL Server Management Studio 2014 Express. Let us open the folder where we have downloaded the SQL Server Management Studio Express setup. Let us go to Downloads. Here is the setup which we have downloaded. Double click on the setup file. This is also showing the path where the setup is going to be abstracted. I will go with the default path. Now click OK. The setup is now abstracting. Once the setup is abstracted, it will automatically launch the SQL Server Installation Center. Let us close the download folder as we don't require it anymore. Now let us click on the first option, New SQL Server Standalone Installation or Add features to an existing installation. This will launch the SQL Server 2014 setup. The first section is Product Updates. It says there are no updates for SQL Server found online. Now let us click Next. Install setup files. This will automatically move forward once it is completed. Okay. Now we are on installation type. We are going to go with the default option, Perform a new installation for SQL Server 2014. Click the Next button. This takes us to License Terms. Click on the first checkbox to accept the license terms. The second checkbox is optional. Now let us click Next. Feature selection. Select the Express feature to install. By default, all the features are selected automatically. We are going to go with the default selection. So now let us click on Next. Okay. Installation progress. Once again, the installation process will take some time. So I am going to pause the video and resume it in between so that you can see the progress of the installation. So the installation of SQL Server Management Studio has been completed. Depending on your server hardware configuration, the installation of SQL Server Management Studio can take 10 to 20 minutes or more. Let's close the setup window. So now we have successfully installed the SQL Server Management Studio 2014 Express Edition. Now let's see how you can use SQL Server Management Studio to connect to the SQL Server database engine. Press the Windows button to go to Start and then click on SQL Server 2014 Management Studio. The icon will be look like this. When you open SQL Server Management Studio for the first time, it will take few seconds to start. Once the SQL Server Management Studio is open, it will prompt you to log in. The first box is showing SQL Server database type. Second is the server name. Here it is showing the name of the server and the installed instance name of the database engine. Name of the server is your computer name. You can also see your computer name by going on to the computer and right click and then go to properties. Here you can see the name of your computer. In our case it is server 1. Okay, so let me close this and this one. As you have seen, your computer name will be different from my computer name. Now next is authentication. Currently Windows authentication is selected by default. Now let us click on connect. Now we have logged in to the database engine using Windows authentication. Let me quickly show you how you can create a database. Expand the database folder, right click on the database folder, then click on new database. This will bring up a new database window. Database name. In the dialog box, type the name of the database which you want to create. In our case, it is idzoz.com. Now click OK. Here we can see the database which we have created. Click on the plus sign to expand the database. Okay, so now you have seen how we can log in using Windows authentication. Let us disconnect the database and close the Management Studio. Now let us see how you can log in using SQL authentication. Press Windows plus R to open Run dialog box. After that, type SSMS, then click OK. This is a shortcut way to open SQL Server Management Studio. Now click on the Authentication drop-down and select SQL Server Authentication. In the Login dialog box, type SA, and in the Password dialog box, type the password which you have entered when you were installing the SQL Server database engine. So I have entered my password over here. Click on Remember Password, then click on Connect. So now we have connected to the SQL Server database engine using SQL authentication. Now you know how you can connect to the SQL Server database engine using both authentications, SQL and Windows.